So, welcome to the French Alps, the first official test of the big girl. So let's see what it brings. Already stunning place, following some mountain passes, and look at the view. So even though you can do this road without four-wheel drive, big tires and all that stuff, I did decide to let my tires down a bit. Just because it's easier on the vehicle, right? Having less pressure in your tires means more suspension, so all those tiny bumps in the road, you don't feel them as much. So yeah, worked out great. So I went down to 2 bars, which is not a lot, right? You can go down to 1 bar and even lower if you wanted to, so plenty of room to go there. Right, so we did the first part of this 280 kilometer trip, but we're back on the road, so it's time to air up the tires. So let's get to it. So when we let down the tires, the entire thing comes down, and obviously it bulges a bit this way, but the main advantage is the tread gets much longer, so you have more grip. But with that longer tread also comes more rolling resistance. So when we go back on road, we want to reduce that rolling resistance again, so pump the tires up, so the tread gets short again and the rolling resistance gets lower. For 2 reasons. One is fuel consumption, very important, but the second is actually to protect the tire. So with a lot of rolling resistance comes a lot of heat, and if you're driving too fast on tires that are too soft, you will actually destroy the tire. So that's why we pump them back up. And then the reason why you saw me running the engine when I did that is the compressor, the air compressor, is hooked up to the leisure battery. So I could run it without running the engine, but when I've got the engine on, that battery is getting charged, and that charger can actually provide enough current to power the pump quite easily. So, and it turns out I'm a massive idiot because I should have checked the route pattern. We're not actually going on-road, we're going off-road. So I've just pumped up the tires, and that is what we're up against. So yeah, don't be like me, double check where you're going or before you pump up the tires. So when going down steep bits like that, I always recommend going in low gear, because your engine braking will be much better, but also to lock the center diff. So in a Defender it's always 4-wheel drive, but when you don't lock that diff, you can lift 1 wheel and then your engine braking is gone, right? You're going to go right down. So if you keep that center locked, then you need to lose 2 wheels before you lose engine braking. So when you're going downhill and the terrain allows for it, enough slip, always lock that center diff. Bakery, so we want to get some bread. Let's go. of the benefits of having low gear or low range is also that when you come up on those bends and you can't quite make it because your car is too low, what you can do, because you have to roll back, what you can do is you can put it in reverse and then just let it roll back in reverse. So let the clutch come up until it grabs, then release the brake, and then you will roll back under engine braking. Much more controlled than if you would just hit the clutch, release the brake and let it roll that way. So yeah, nice little tip I learned during 4x4 training. But let's watch the road instead. It looks like we're gonna have to spend some time waiting because we have some new friends. So it looks like they're getting milked all the way up front, and she's letting us pass, which is very nice of her. So, good morning everybody. It's about 8 o'clock. Slept quite well, but it was quite cold, so I guess normal duvet doesn't quite hold up in sub 10 degree temperatures. So, but all packed up, as you can see, sun slowly starting to rise, and time for breakfast and then head out. And off we go. So on the far end, somewhere around here, you should be able to see the Mont Blanc. So this is one of those milking setups I was talking about. Big 1000-liter vats in the back. Almost 4 o'clock, so definitely time to look for a campsite. I've got my eye on one spot, which is about an hour away, but I'm worried that it's quite far up the mountain, which is good because it'll be empty, but also bad because it might be pretty cold. So only one way to find out, drive up. This must be one of the most insane places in the world. And unexpectedly, about an hour after I arrived, another vehicle came down that path.
I'm Alex, I'm the designer and founder of Camino camper. I'll give you a quick camper tour. So, this the Camino camper. It's 180 length, so a really nice short off-road capable vehicle. You've got a double door here with an outside kitchen, which is a unique feature because a lot of the time you spend obviously outside, so this is our outside cooking, our outside washing up. You've got a water connection, you've got electric connection. Here you see our diesel for the diesel heater, and on a sunny and rainy day you've got a 270 awning that wraps all around here and creates a nice shady protected space here. Inside you take the steps from the door here, put them right here, and simply just push open the roof and it pushes open. And camp is set up. Yeah, so in the inside you've got a nice L-shaped seating space. The special thing about this design is you've got double level. So I'm about 190 tall. You can see I can stand here, and you can see I can stand down here as well. So it's a really good space for 2 to 3 people to live inside. You've got this comfortable sofa, and here you've got your kitchen with storage for food. You've got your sink, and you've got your stove here as well. The bed is also really simple to make. You just flick that down, adjust these, and then you pull the bed forward like this.
Wow.
Yeah. Mattress down.
Yeah.
And then bed is made. It's a large bed. It's 150 by 2 meters, 2 meter 5.
Yeah.
So, and then to fold away again, you just go like this, push it closed, and the bed is made again.
Wow.
The advantage of the design is that you can still use all of this space while the bed is made. So imagine me sitting here, the bed only comes to here, so you can use your sink, your stove, your cooker. Down beneath here you've got all the heavy stuff like your battery, you've got your toilet there, you've got your tank in the front, and here, I don't know if you can see it, but you have access to the outside kitchen here as well. Yeah. Electrical system with your water levels, your 220, all your battery levels,
yeah.
USB connections everywhere, and also really nice LED lighting that goes all along the bottom here. Reading lights, our drone charging, and of course in winter you've got the little heater as well.
Diesel
and
heater.
what diesel heater exactly. So, and if you sit here,
yeah.
then you can kind of see you've got this really nice 360 view from everywhere you're sitting. You know, you've got a beautiful view to the mountains here. We've got our neighbor parked here, and yeah, that's pretty much that's the short tour of the Camino camper.
Yeah.
And what I forgot, of course, is you got your fridge here.
Yeah.
Which you can access from the inside. All French goodies, French and Italian goodies. But you can also access it from the outside. Yeah.
And then super lightweight.
Super lightweight, exactly. So the idea behind all of this is to be able to do proper off-roading. So low weight, maximum 180 width, maximum 225, 230 height, and it only is about 10 to 20 centimeters longer than your actual vehicle.
Yeah.
So it's very off-road capable.
We're on our way back from the Alps. Left a day early because of the weather. And yeah, we're around Dijon now. Weather's getting a lot better, so the rain has stopped. Still overcast. You can feel it's getting a little bit warmer as well. So obviously this was a testing trip. So to test what works on the vehicle, what doesn't. After a year of building, it's actually the first time I was out for longer than let's say a weekend. So in terms of things that don't work, we had a few minor failures. The air compressor started to leak oil, so that's done for. Other than that, it's been pretty great. The entire kitchen setup works. The refueling station works. So yeah, that's all good. after driving 2500 k's, something like that, through the mountains, through off-road terrain. On the final 3 hours home, it starts developing a weird engine sound. Not sure what it is. Not seeing any other issues, so I think we're gonna try and press on. Ask for some advice from people who know more about Land Rovers than me. Let's see if we run it. I'm not sure if you can hear it, but it's very faint. And then if we hit the clutch, it's silent again. So, it's the clutch. It's either the flywheel or the, I don't know what you call it in English, the thing that keeps pressure on the clutch. Which also means that I am comfortable driving it until it properly brakes. Probably not gonna do it on the highway doing 110 because that's what broke it in the first place. Probably gonna take it slow, try and get it over the border, because once I'm over the border it should be easy enough. I think I jinxed myself because I said, oh yeah, no problem so far, so good. But yeah, so clutch is gone. But I mean, on the positive sides, I'd rather have it happen here than 2 hours from home than on a really remote and far away trip. So I think the silver linings. So I had a call with roadside assistance and they say, oh yeah, we're not, because I'm technically abroad, and they say, oh yeah, we're not going to tow you home until we've got an official report from the garage saying it needs to be fixed or what's wrong. And the problem is it's Friday evening now, so they're not going to do that until Monday, and I'm not going to sit around 2 days doing nothing. So the plan is now we're going to try to drive home as far as we get, hopefully across the border, and if we're lucky, even to the garage. So that's the plan. I'm taking you with me. Welcome to Land Rover life, and let's see. There's a few knocks. So the plan is stick it in fourth gear and hope she makes it. Oh yeah, and one more thing, we're not only racing the clutch, so to get to the garage before it runs out, we're also racing the sun, because this afternoon when driving back I noticed my right front light is out, but I was like, oh, it's gonna be, sunset's gonna be so late, so it's gonna be fine, and I'll just fix it tomorrow. So I didn't fix it, and now we might not make it before sundown, at which point I will probably need that right front light when we're out. So I think if anything is karma, then not fixing that front light is gonna be it. So we only have 10 more kilometers to go. So yeah, like I said, it does like fourth, no problem. All the other gears are a bit, how are you doing? And I think the next 10 kilometers are going to be a lot of varied roads, so I can't do all of it in fourth. We'll see. I think she's going to make it, but it's not going to be fun. I'll show you where we are in the morning, probably, so good night. So good morning, here we are. Actually had quite a good sleep last night, very quiet out here. So we've made it to Salt 4x4. So this is future me. I'm editing this video in the Pyrenees, so hold on for that. That's probably going to be next adventure. But I realized I completely forgot to film anything at Salt 4x4, so let me just wrap up this story and let you go on by your day. So basically what happened is I did not only blew the clutch. I blew the clutch, I blew the flywheel, and I blew the gearbox. Which kind of sucked. That was an expensive mistake to fix. I guess, yeah, there was nobody to blame. It just went. Nothing to do about it. So I got it all fixed. Sons 4x4 did an amazing job. Special thanks to Koen for taking the time out of his day to help me out on such short notice, because yeah, those guys are super busy, and they got everything pulled apart and back together within a week. So yeah, put in a Winchester gearbox, a Loft clutch. Both have been great so far. Yeah, so I'm really happy that it blew up when it did, rather than having shipped the vehicle halfway across the world and have it blew at the most inopportune time. But yeah, basically that's the story. If you like it, if you want to see what's happening in the Pyrenees, maybe subscribe. You don't have to if you don't want to, and see you next time. So ciao.